At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. 775-751-9880. News 46 is also brought to you by the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino. Located at the intersection of Route 372 and Highway 160, you can call the Pahrump Nugget at 775-751-6500, or you can visit their website at www.parumpnugget.com. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, Paved misses the meeting regarding the Fall Festival.
Stephen Horsford speaks at the Senior Center.
And a famous trick shot pool player will be at the Hideaway. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Mitchell. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
And good evening. It's Thursday, August 16, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Monique Mitchell for News 46.
This morning, Paved was a no-show for the scheduled meeting with town officials to turn over their contracts and paperwork after canceling their involvement with the Pahrump Fair and Festival.
I just got this email from Mr. Kobarger, and it is directed to the town board. Town board, yesterday I sent you an email advising you that staff had a meeting set with Paved for this morning at 8:30 a.m. Well, here is the update from that meeting as promised. Paved did not show up. Mrs. Glidden called me and advised the following. I could not rally the troops to be at your meeting, therefore we are not coming. We will attempt to gather up the paperwork and send it to you by Monday. End of conversation. And then Mr. Koberger writes on, sorry, I do not think there'll be a fall festival this year. It's time to start planning for next year. Any thoughts?
All right, and then, so we've kind of said that, people are willing to go get the paperwork from the Paved people so that it can be delivered to you and to the staff of the town of Pahrump. What's going on with that?
I don't know what's going on because until we get the paperwork, we can't see whether this is financially viable or not. We've heard rumors that Paved only had 30 vendors. I cannot verify that. I'd like to see the town have some sort of fall festival, even if it's limited to the carnival and some vendors. But you know our budget right now is very limited. This is not budgeted, and I can't make any promises. I'm going to try to see if we can at least salvage the carnival.
And town board member Harley Culkin spoke to News 46 this afternoon regarding the emergency town board meeting scheduled for next Wednesday.
Up to this moment, what's probably going to happen is the carnival will be coming. I spoke with him this morning, and Mr. Kohlbarger will be working with him as well. And so that'll happen. We're trying to see what we can do about the advance ticket sales because they should have been going on already. But the carnival should be going here. And, of course, we'll be working on the parade. So little by little, we're putting things together, trying to salvage something out of this. But something will happen. I called for a special town board meeting so we can look over everything and also make some more decisions because as an individual, no town board member can make a decision, but collectively, of course, we can make some decisions. So something's going to be happening, and we're just not sure all of what yet. But again, the carnival will be here, and I suspect this parade also will go on as usual, and a few other things.
So a special town board meeting Wednesday night?
I'm not sure if it'll be night, but I imagine it'll be at least late afternoon.
Yeah.
By the open meeting law of the state of Nevada, we have to give 3, I believe it's working days notice, so it'll probably be Wednesday when we'll have our meeting. And there's some vacation schedule and stuff, so we're going to try to work all around that, some staff vacations and things next week.
So Paula Glidden canceled the meeting this morning, so we just get everybody up to date, and that she said she's going to get the paperwork together. The paperwork is actually getting together at this point, but whether or not the paperwork's here, we're at least going forward, and hopefully the paperwork will come as the day progresses.
Right. They give us some, fill in some information as to, who the vendors were that already signed up and what's going on. But one way or another, there'll be some sort of event. At least that's what I'm working for. At least I can only speak for myself. But I couldn't imagine why not the carnival would happen. Yeah. And because it's already scheduled, and I talked to them this morning. So
you talked to Davis Amusements?
Yes.
Okay, so everything's set with that. And then as far as the vendors, are we going to be offering special rates for booths to get some more vendors in there?
All of that will have to be discussed at the special town board meeting.
This is just an ongoing saga for us, this fall
Yes.
festival. Hopefully this gets taken care of, but it looks like it
I
will
really
at this
hope so,
point.
too.
Yeah, Mr. Culkin seems pretty confident that it will happen. So,
Yes.
anyways, as we head into our first break, here's Mr. Movie Phone.
I'm Mr. Movie Phone. It's a dog days of summer, but one of my favorite movies of the year hits theaters. You do not want to miss my weekend movie preview next.
Join us at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino with the #1 gaming experience and entertainment. The Pahrump Nugget has the #1 dining experience at Stockman Steakhouse, Golden Harvest Cafe, and the Gold Miners Buffet. Come get your game on at the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
Happy weekend, everybody. I'm Mr. Movie Phone with your weekend movie preview. This week at the movies, there's a boy made of clay who speaks with the dead, a make-believe boy who's sprouting leaves, and old boys with deadly toys as Hollywood's biggest action stars reunite for The Expendables 2.
What's the plan? Track him, find him, kill him.
Sylvester Stallone and his all-star band of mercenaries are pulled back in to do another job, but what seems like easy money turns into a revenge mission after one of their own is killed. The movie's rated R and starring every action hero you've ever heard of. The real deal, over the top, mindless, dumb, ridiculous, but it knows it. Yippee-ki-yay! The Expendables is a lot of fun, and so bad, it's good. I'm in. For some frightful fun, there's the 3D stop-motion animation comedy, Paranorman.
The witch's ghost is going to wake up tonight. And when she does, she'll raise the dead.
It's the story of Norman, a misunderstood boy who can speak to the dead. When his town is overtaken by ghouls, zombies, and witches, Norman must use his special power to save his neighbors from a centuries-old curse. The real deal might be a little too scary for the tiny ones, but Paranorman is so clever, so amazing looking, that it's one of my favorite movies of the year so far. If you liked Coraline, you will love Paranorman. I'm in! Also in theaters, The Odd Life of Timothy Green, about a boy who apparently has leaves growing out of his legs. All right, now remember, for your showtimes, your tickets, my 6-second reviews, so much more, go to MoviePhone.com or call 1-800-777-FILM. And if you want to drop me a note, it's Facebook.com/MrMoviePhone or tweet me right at 6-second reviews. So have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you at the movies.
That's a wrap.
And welcome back. Pahrum's own Butch Andre Harper presented the Aurora, Colorado officials with a condolence card this afternoon. Colorado media covered the event in which Butch presented the mayor and city council with a card with over 1,000 Pahrump and Nye County signatures from citizens, officials, firefighters, police, and many more.
We're very proud of Butch. Well, Congressional District 4 candidate Stephen Horsford spoke about his campaign at the Pahrump Senior Center.
I was raised by a single parent. My mom was 16 when she got pregnant. She didn't have a whole lot of support. And 9 weeks after I was born, my grandmother, Grace Dorothy Horsford, had a stroke. My grandmother ended up going to the hospital and she was paralyzed. when she came out of her coma on the left side of her body. I share this with you because every week as a young boy, I visited my grandmother in a nursing home. She relied on Medicaid and her disability payments through Social Security for her care in that nursing home. And because she was on Medicaid, they moved her around a lot. Because wherever there was a bed space open, they would move in order to make room for someone who had private insurance. And so as a young boy, I remember going to nursing homes throughout the valley. And even at one point, because of budget cuts, they moved her to St. George, Utah. And so we would have to drive to visit my grandmother. So I know the smell of good quality care in a nursing home, and I know when there's substandard care. I know what bed sores look like. I know what it means to have access to affordable prescription care. Instead of having the very rich, the big corporations, the big banks, and the big oil companies pay just a little bit more, they want all of you and those who rely on Medicare and Social Security to be cut so that these rich and powerful people don't pay their share. I think that's wrong. And so I am running not to be a congressman. I'm running to be your voice in Congress. I'm running to take your issues, the things that you talk to me about, your concerns. I am taking that to be your voice as our representative in Congress, to fight for the middle class, to fight for the working poor, so that we have someone at the table who understands what it's like to struggle. And I do.
And the Obama and Stephen Horsford campaign office will have their opening at 1201 South Highway 160 across from Saddlewest, right behind the Democratic office in Suite 112. The event is scheduled for 3:30 on Sunday, August 19th.
And Miss Senior Golden Years Erlene Calden invites the public to a fundraiser this Sunday at the Artesia Clubhouse.
We want to always give to the community, so there is representation for, like you said, the Silver Tappers and Miss Senior Golden Years. I hope everyone comes out and helps out, and it's wonderful to help the needed children in the community.
How's it going so far this year for you?
Wonderful. Everyone's being very, very kind to me.
Your platform was?
My platform is to do respite care, comfort hospice care, but I'm also helping with New Hope Church, give out food to the less fortunate every Wednesday. Thursday, I've been going to Evergreen, to the Rehabilitation Center. And like this, we do this, any community support that we can contribute. Next Sunday, we're going to do a spaghetti feed, and that's to help all the students in the Pahrump community for school supplies. That's going to be at Artesia.
That's going to be at Artesia. Is the public invited to that?
Absolutely. 2 to 5, next Sunday, Artesia. Tickets and flyers are hitting the street today, actually.
Oh, wow, wonderful. And this will help with all the back-to-school things, just like this event today.
Exactly. Wonderful. I'm giving out shoes today. We're going to give out school supplies. Actually, what we're going to do, Deanna, is we're going to give the money to the school superintendent, and he will reimburse the teachers next week to help offset their expenses out of pocket.
There you go. And so for more information on the spaghetti feed or more about Miss Senior Golden Years, they should contact probably BJ Hedrick Irwin.
Yes. 727-7011 or myself.
More local news to come after the break. Please keep it here.